What's up, Blade Breakers? We're back with another Hasbro unboxing, and it's Scythe Incendio. Honestly, I forgot I didn't do this one. I thought I did, and I was like, you know what? I still have it in the box. So obviously, I didn't unbox it. So there you go, let it rip, sort of. I don't really like that part of the box. I feel like it's not the greatest. It does come with a launcher, right? And we're just gonna basically throw that away because the light launcher sucks. It is not very good. You definitely want the other launcher, like the standard launcher. But we're gonna go ahead and just put all this to the side. And I do like that you actually don't need scissors. You can just find this hole and then you do that and it comes right out. So there you go, like the whole thing is unboxed already. And unfortunately, it's another 4. I'm not really a fan of the 4, honestly. The 4 is not as good as some of the others. It doesn't really have very good burst resistance, and you're really going to burst your bay a lot. But the rest of the pieces in here are really good. Obviously, this is taper, and it has good burst resistance. We'll go ahead and zoom in just a bit for you guys. And then we're going to we'll be weighing it and everything here. It is another red bay, so all of the bays from the main cast, right? See if you guys can see that there. So this one is Multi's bay, then we got another bay for Multi, and then this, I don't know what his name is going to be, right? Because they do change the names a lot when you get to like the English version and stuff like that. So we'll kind of hold off. I think it's going to be Cross, maybe. I'm not really sure what they're going to end up calling him. But this is actually the main character's bay. So a red main character for you guys. And we haven't had a main character have a red bay since, I guess, Iger from Burst, if you count that, because it's technically a separate season, right? Volt's no longer the main character, and they basically in Burst they do like different main character, and next season different main character. So if you count Volt as still the main character, it's not true, but I count Iger as the main character because they don't really show Volt, and it's not really the same. The main focus is on Iger, so I consider him a main character. So 460, right? We've seen this time and time again. I guess I will show you guys real quick, right? This is 80, right? So it has the skirt there. And I'm not really a fan of 4. 4 has never really been one of my favorites. I think it's kind of a bad part, but then again, it's like so many bays have a 4 ratchet that you can't really ever get away from it. That's what you're gonna see a lot in Beyblade X. You're gonna see a lot of 4 drivers, it seems. And then this is the taper bit, right? So I think, honestly, let me see. This one is high resistance. This one, there we go. So this one is not low resistance. You can see it doesn't have that extra piece. And then the actual bit itself is tapered, right? So it's not flat. It's not a whole flat like drawn sword here, right? You can see it's got that taper onto that edge there. So it kind of glides across that. So I would say that's a really good piece. I think it's one of the better bits that we have. But what you're really going to be getting it for is, what are they even calling this guy? Incendio, like technically, right? Scythe Incendio. I guess he's called Hell in Takartami, but Incendio's not really that cool of a name. I'm surprised it wasn't Devil or something like that. We'll kind of see how that goes, but it is a balanced type, right? So same as Iger when he was in Burst, the main character has a balanced type red bay, and I heard that Robin or Bird, however you want to say his name, he actually loses a ton, like a lot, like he's losing all the time, and I'm not excited for that. Now, I will say they did it right with Tyson in the original generation. When he loses, it makes sense. he learns from his mistakes, and then he wins the next battle usually. It's like lose, win, something like that. But what they've been doing, especially they did it in Burst a lot, where the main character just loses over and over and over again for no reason. And I'm really hoping they don't do that with this one. But there's the Bey for you guys. We'll go ahead, we'll weigh some of the parts here. Obviously, we'll just zoom out just a bit there so you guys can see the scale. Now, this is just the blade there. And since we're doing red, we'll go ahead and start off the comparison with Phoenix. So 32.5, I'm getting sick of these light bays. 38, there you go. 5 grams lighter, and honestly, you guys, this is such a trend with Beyblade X that I'm not even going to talk about it more and be like, oh, the weight is lighter than this and heavier than this. So 47, pretty much, and 41, so 6 grams. That is quite a lot. Not very excited about that. But overall, if you guys do care, that's the weight of it. That's the difference. That's what you're going to see. Now, here is the QR code. We'll get the focus on here. It is not focusing. Okay. Okay, hang on. There we go. Yeah, hang on. Let me try to focus here. It does not seem to want to focus. Well, anyway, you guys can find it online. Sorry about the focus on the camera, but you can look at it online and it will actually show you. I really like, though, you can see that this Bey is a balance type. It's got a very round look to it, right? You can see that there's some holes here, and those are going to dissipate some of the energy from attacks. And then it does sort of have a blade. So we'll kind of zoom in just a bit there. Oh, and the focus is back. There we go. My bad, guys. There's the QR code. And then here's that blade I was talking about. It's kind of sloped. So it does have a little bit of like upper attack going on. But for me, I don't really care too much. I just battle for fun. I'm not really in it to be like super competitive or anything like that. And hang on. Ooh, that was some good clicks. Hang on. Perfect. I do decently like the avatar. The generation of X is kind of odd because of the bit chips that they have. They don't really have bit beasts, but they have like Wizard, Knight, and then Incendio. So I'm not really sure what you guys think of that, but we will do some test battles and test spins real quick. We got the stadium here, and we'll zoom out for you guys real quick. There's the stadium. See if I can get all of my stuff next to me here so that we can do this for you guys. So basically put everything on the right side since I'm right-handed. And here we go. So test spin. Not bad. I mean, taper's not necessarily super aggressive. It's more of a balance bit, right? So we're gonna take this and we'll do a tilted launch. And you can actually see the tilted launch is going to be kind of a late game attack maneuver. So if you see your opponent has maybe an attack type, maybe you decide to tilt launch it so you can avoid all those first strikes, let the attack type lose stamina, and then the balance comes in. So if you launch it just flat, and well, we actually ended up self-KOing, which is very common in the stadium, but you can see it attacks right away. So we'll go ahead. All right, so we're gonna do Wizard Arrow, and then we'll drop in our boy Scythe Incendio. And he's the main character, but it looks like he might lose. Very close, very close. So next we'll do Knight Shield. And then drop in Incendio, a little bit of a tilt launch. Really nice smash attacks there. And he's still lost. I'm not sure if you guys even want me to do Phoenix, but I will. I'll do you know what, here. We'll do Sword Drawn and we'll launch Incendio first. Really nice heavy attacks there. And he won. All right. So we launched him first and he still won. So overall, you can see that his performance is pretty balanced. All right. I have self-KO'd Phoenix like 3 or 4 times. We're going to try one more time. And look at that. I launched him afterwards, and I actually launched him pretty hard. So maybe I over-launched him. But you can see Phoenix still did really, really well. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with the performance of the Bey here. And I think that a lot of you guys are going to see Scythe Incendio as kind of like a, not necessarily a must-buy, but if you have the money, he's definitely one you're going to pick up for the blade at least. Just because the blade is really good. It's really solid. I think overall, you can't go wrong with this blade. It's a really good blade. The taper bit is nice. Get that focus on there. The taper bit's pretty good. I think it's decent. It does have some staying power, a little bit of life after death. But overall, I think the reason you get the combo is for the blade. And we'll talk about it in the next unboxing because we've got pretty much the week of red, I guess you could say. We have some red unboxings we're going to do, and I think you guys are going to see that this may not be the best option. It is still actually pretty good, but there's a combo called Chain, and that one is probably going to be better for a lot of you guys. So that's the video for you guys. Subscribe. I've got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of it's Beyblade Professor if you wanted to follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube and all that kind of stuff. You know, your whole spiel that everybody goes through. So we'll see you Blade Breakers in the next one.